Okay. Thank you for joining us, by the way, everyone that's on this call, and for anyone that watches the recording after. But the challenge groups are super important for our business and for our own health and fitness goals. Even if you're not in this to start a business and you're in this for your health and fitness, the challenge group is where it's at. That's where you're going to get the most results from. That's where you're going to stay accountable. You're going to have the motivation is with the challenge group. So when we say this, it's because we mean it and we know that it's going to work. And that's what's kept me on track for 2 years. Regardless of everything else with Beachbody, the challenge groups is what keeps me going. Is that a freaking spider behind me? Oh my God. Sorry, I'm in my basement. I have like a phobia, arachnophobia of spiders too. Oh my God. Okay. Anyways, sorry, Melissa, that cloud is right here. I knew you were thinking that. Maybe it's good luck. All right, so the challenge groups, I do the free ones for all of us every month. So that way, if you're not comfortable running your own or you don't know how to run your own, you have something to start with. You can run it with us. You can just watch. You can join in. You can add whoever and however many people you want to add into the group. It's for everyone. You can start your own challenge group. Maybe you don't like how we run it. Maybe you want to do your own, or you need some help, or you want to do it with another coach on the team. Feel free, but everyone should have a challenge group regardless. Like whether you want to move your business forward or not, whether it's just for your health and fitness, you need to have a challenge group to help you stay on track with your own health and fitness. So if you don't have a challenge group or you're not participating in the free one, start adding people into the free group. Start your own challenge group. How I do it is I either, private message people and ask them personally, do you want to join in our free group? It's great for motivation. Like if I see somebody post something on their wall about weight loss journey or anything at all that might trigger me wanting to invite them into our challenge group, I just message them, or I'll comment, in their comments. But usually a private message is best, and you can start that conversation back and forth with them and start building that relationship. Or another thing, what I do every month when I start my new free group, what I do is I create a private Facebook event. I just go to create an event and I'll put the date, that we're starting. And I say something like, please join us for our free motivational and accountability group where we post daily recipes and workouts, and it's great, motivation to stay on track. We do free prizes. Attend this event if you'd like to be added in the group. So I usually, because I think you can only invite 500 people in each event, I always do like 2 or 3 events. I just copy and paste it and then just remember who I last invited. Like say I stopped at M's, then I'll go through and I'll add everybody else from M down until I can't anymore, and then I'll create another group. And anyone that attends those events, I add them into my challenge group. But I don't just add them and leave them in there. So if you're adding people into these groups, first of all, make sure that they know that they're being added into the group. Don't just add them, because I don't know if you guys get added into all like these LuLaRoe and like Roden and Fields and whatever people are selling on the internet. People will just add constantly in the group, and that's kind of annoying when you're in these groups and you didn't ask to be. So just message them and say, hey, I'd love to add you in our free group. It's a lot of fun. We can keep each other on track and help each other. Make sure they know first. And then once you add them into the group, welcome them, private message each and every one of them. Even if you copy and paste the same message or change it based on who you're talking to, just make sure that you invite them into the group. Let them know that you're there for them. Don't just add them and leave them in there hanging in there. So I usually welcome them to the group, find out what their health and fitness goals are, see if there's anything that I can do to help, give them a little more extra motivation. Some people I message in the morning when I wake up just to kind of say good morning, give them a little reminder, to get up and do their workout. I ask them what they'd like me to do, how I can be a better coach to help them reach their goals. Then I wait like halfway through the first week, and I'll message everybody and kind of see how they're doing, see if there's anything else I can do for them, see what their struggles are. Don't feel offended or upset if people don't respond, because it's going to happen. You're going to have people that don't participate in the groups. that don't respond back to your message and that have seen your message, it's okay. And a lot of times people are watching and they're part of the group and they're just maybe uncomfortable or don't know how to, work a challenge group. Some people are shy posting. So don't get discouraged. Don't give up. Just keep doing it. Because if you reach out to enough people, you're going to have some people that are active in the groups. I promise. I probably added like 200 people, 150 people in this group that we have right now. And I probably have like 20 active people participating right now in the group. So don't be discouraged if you add 5 people in and no one's participating. It's a lot of, you have to have a lot of people involved, to get some of that participation. And then I always check in with them again later on. Maybe if I'm starting a new program, like I'm starting Country Heat Monday, like officially the 30 days, I'll message them at some point and say, hey, I'm starting a group on Monday for the new program. It's on sale. Would you like to do it with me? And that's a way that you can invite them to do a Beachbody challenge. If you see that they're enjoying the free group and they're really trying and they're staying on track and they really want this, reach out to them and invite them. It all depends on the person that you're talking to and the situation. Kind of feel it out, but you can invite them that way as well. But the challenge groups, that's how I talk to everybody, because I don't feel comfortable selling something. We're not salespeople. We're sharing our journey. So I don't feel uncomfortable messaging somebody and inviting them to do this with me in the free group. They don't have to buy anything. I want to support them. I help them. I build a relationship. And if they don't decide, that they want to pursue this and try a Beachbody challenge, then maybe their friend does, or they'll add their friend into the group, or a cousin, or whomever. You're building the relationships and the rapport with people. You'll get referrals. You'll do something so great for somebody and change their life. You don't even realize what you're doing for them. They're going to appreciate what you're doing. So just keep supporting people, adding them to the groups. If you don't have people in a challenge group and you're not adding them, then you're really not going to be able to, build your business, move your business forward. You're not going to be able to help people, and you might even fall off track yourself. Because I find if I'm not helping anyone, I'm not going to help myself. I have to practice what I preach. So it keeps me motivated. Hold on a second. Let me just close out a window. So that's really important, is just keep, building those relationships. And I feel like the challenge groups are the best way to do it. It's the best way to communicate with people without making it awkward. Well, let me catch up on some of these chats. Katie, I like that idea. We can do another Shakeout one like that in the group. We haven't done that in a while. That's a good idea. Like a week, 7-day challenge. Let's see. Honestly, with the whole Success Club thing, this is how I look at it too. I am constantly, even though it's the whole Slight Edge effect. So if you haven't read Slight Edge, I highly recommend it. What happens is, say you're putting a penny into a jar every day. The penny seems like nothing. But if you're adding a penny every day, over years from now, you'll have a lot of money in that jar. So it's kind of the same thing. It's the same thing with a junk drawer too. I was thinking about it the other day when I was cleaning. I'm like, how does a junk drawer happen? Like this random drawer where stuff is. It's like you just keep adding to that drawer. When you find something random and don't know where else to put it, you just throw it in your junk drawer. And over time, you have this drawer full of stuff. So it's the same thing with anything in life. But with Beachbody, you're talking to people every day. You're doing these consistent things every day, and you're building a pipeline of communication with people. So I don't even realize it. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I suck right now. I'm at C0. Nobody, I can't help anybody this month. What is going on here? But really, I'm still doing those things every single day. So it's like a domino effect. The people will come around when they're ready. So maybe somebody I talked to 6 months ago wasn't ready when they were, when I talked to them originally. But then 6 months later, I still kept that relationship, still support them, still check in with them. 6 months later, they decide to join in. So because you have that consistency of talking to people, building relationships, adding them to challenge groups, I continually do these things regardless if I feel like it or if I don't. When you go to work for your boss every day, you do what you have to do at your job because that's your job and you have to or you're going to get fired. We're independent. We are our own bosses with Beachbody, so we sometimes can fall off track with our business and not even realize because we don't have somebody hanging over us telling us what to do. So we have to make sure that we do these things every single day. Just like at work, when you clock in, you have your certain tasks that you have to do for the day. You have to make sure with your Beachbody business that you do the certain tasks that you have to do to keep your business moving forward. So I don't even realize it. I have a habit now of waking up early, checking in on challengers, posting in my free groups. I'm doing my workout, making sure I do my post. Even if I'm not inspired that day, I'm going to share something. And then I just keep doing those things consistently. And because I'm doing those things consistently, I don't see instant gratification. Not everyone's running, knocking down my door, looking for my help. But little by little, I have people each day or each week that come around. So I would say with the whole benchmark thing, it's hard to say, but because I have now, after 2 years of consistently building this relationship, people are starting to understand, what I do and that I'm serious. To help 5 people in a month, I would say, I don't know, maybe 100 people. And that could be completely off, but I'm trying to guess. But what I find is if I keep talking to people and keep those groups going, the schedule that I have with having a challenge group every month, trying to do a coach blitz twice a month, trying to do coach basics twice a month. Well, even if there's only one coach in that coach basics, I want to help them learn about this and get started right away. So even though I don't feel like it, or it might seem like there's nobody interested that week, I still do it because that schedule and that consistency is what gives you the success. So if you set, the best thing you can do is write down on a piece. I'm nervous about this spider that's somewhere near me. If you can write down on a piece of paper, depending on your schedule. So for example, for me, wake up, listen. I do personal development every day now. I'm addicted to it, and I swear this is what's helping me stay focused, not give up, stay motivated. Is the personal development. So I listen on audio every morning while I'm getting ready. I'm doing laundry, making lunches, even sometimes during my workout, I have it on, whether it's, 10 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever you can squeeze in. So I'll listen to that in the morning, check in my groups, do my workout, drink my shake, post about it, not necessarily about my shake or my workout, but something to be seen in people's news feeds so that they see that I'm still doing what I'm doing, trying to keep people inspired. It's personal development for me too. Like that post, I know Christina commented on it earlier, that I posted about the Love Yourself one. That's personal development for me, to share that and to realize that and to reinforce what I learned and listened to. Even though I thought it was really silly to say I love myself over and over again, it reinforced it even more to share it on Facebook with somebody, and maybe that helps somebody else. Maybe somebody read that and they're gonna do it every day, and maybe I'm gonna help somebody feel better about themselves. So there's so much you can share online, with people that doesn't have to be Beachbody related. It can just be something inspirational. So make sure, write a schedule for yourself, whatever works for you, whatever times. Make sure that you do, I gotta be better about talking to people, reaching out more. So my goal is in the morning and at night, I'm going to try to reach out to 5 people on my list. I'm going to have to try to make a list or something to go through and just say hi and invite them to the groups or whatever, see where the conversation goes. So make a list, to do your workout, do your shake, do your personal development, post on Facebook 2 or 3 times a day, more if you can, but I feel 3 times, if you can squeeze that in, that's great. And friend requests 5 people. And I always check first to see if they're friends with mutual coaches that I know of, and I'm not going to bother adding them if they're, they could be someone else's prospect. Add friends, and then message people, do your follow-up. So if you haven't talked to somebody in a couple weeks that was interested or was in one of your groups, I always check in and say, hey, how are you doing? because I want everyone to have success that starts this. In the free groups, I want them to stay motivated. When they order a challenge pack, I want them to have the results and be happy with Beachbody, regardless if they become a coach or they, are a coach, and regardless if they build a business. I want them to be happy, and I want them to have results and feel good about themselves. So you got to make sure you keep that communication with them. So if that helps for you to write down, daily tasks for you every day, like adding friends, messaging new people, follow-ups, checking into your groups, workouts. And I know it sounds like a lot, but you could actually sit down and bang that all out in, an hour. But I do put a lot of time into this. I put more than an hour. I definitely put in more than, I would say probably more than 70 hours a week, but I don't look at it as work. It's because I love it. So it's not a job to me. It's fun. But you do what is best for you and your schedule, but just try to do those things every single day, whether you see instant gratification or not, because you're not gonna. You just got to keep doing it. Force yourself. I don't feel like it today. I'm tired. I don't feel motivated. I don't feel inspired. Talk about it. Post it on Facebook. Say, I'm really trying to stay positive on my journey, but today I'm just having one of those days. Share it. We got to be real. We got to share our journey, be relatable to people. And that was something huge in Summit. They kept mentioning is make sure you, brand yourself, share your story, let people know the real you, be vulnerable. Even though it's something that you don't want to share and you're not comfortable with, it's going to inspire somebody else, because there's other people that feel that way too. So it takes time, and there's still stuff I don't share, but I've definitely broken down a lot of walls doing this, and it helps you to grow as a person too. So just share, be vulnerable, and it really will not only help somebody else and inspire them, it will help you grow as a person and how you feel about yourself and how your whole mindset. So don't hesitate on sharing. That's something that they really, really stressed, is the importance of being you, being unique, sharing your journey, sharing your struggles. Also, what else did they say? Another thing too, they say speak to your audience, and this is another thing I need to work on. I'm like, well, I don't want to say this because I want to reach out to as many people as I can, but really we should be reaching out to people that we're relatable with and that would relate with us. So make your message on your post like if you're talking to somebody specifically, because that person will see it and you'll get that person that you're looking for. So that's something that I'm going to work on myself, as well as sharing the business more. I don't share it as much as I should. And I saw your post tonight, Katie, and that was awesome about, I'm looking for women that are motivated and dedicated. Because when I post, I'm sharing my journey, which is great. But when I'm doing opportunity posts about the business, I don't really share the business opportunity post that much. I'm trying to a little bit more. I'm trying to learn, how to approach that better. But I'm sharing my journey only. So I'm getting only people that want to work on their health and fitness, and they're not interested in working on this business. So you need to specifically speak to those people and specifically for what you're looking for. So if you're looking for a motivated, dedicated person that wants to change their life, and because that's what this business is, it's really going to change their life, then you need to talk to that person. You need to share that. So that someone will see that, and that's what they're looking for, they're going to come to you. And that's another thing I wanted to mention too about this. It's just crazy. I know that everyone's different, everyone's mindsets are different, but I just don't understand how everybody doesn't see this amazing opportunity that we have. It's insane. Like, this is a business that is all about bettering yourself, and in a way that's so genuine and positive. We're helping people, and at the same time, you're helping yourself, and it's a win-win all around. And I just want to shake people like, hello, you have a gift right now. And when I get these coach cancellations in my email every single day, I'm like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like, I'm not mad that they quit. I'm mad for them. I feel bad that they're losing this amazing life-changing opportunity. And that's the thing, is like, I wish people would realize that this is a blessing and a gift, and you can do whatever you want with it. And everyone is so negative nowadays. You see it online all the time, people complaining and bitching, and the politics and just terrible things going on all around us. And we're part of this positive family that is all about supporting one another and lifting each other up. And I feel like, especially being like, when you guys or at Summit and gatherings, Beachbody gatherings, it's like you're so like free and happy and positive, and we all support each other. It's not like that ever, like anywhere anymore. People are so negative, haters. Like Katie's post today was ridiculous. That's just not right, and that's unfortunately how this world is going. But we have an outlet, like we have something that can help somebody, get away from that and bring them into this world of like, positive change and supporting one another. And hold on, let me just read that. Yeah, exactly. It shows the unity and the team culture that we have and the support system that we have. And it's an amazing thing. And the fact that people are complaining all the time about, oh, I don't have the money to do that, or oh, I'm in so in debt, and I'm one of those. I got student loans like crazy, credit card debt. I'm a spender, love to travel. I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. I'm not going to cry about, well, I want to go here, or I want to do that, or I don't feel like going to work tomorrow. I hate my job. Like if you don't like something, change it. And it's not easy, and that's why people always stay with the same routine every single day, because they're not comfortable stepping out of their comfort zone. They're not comfortable with change, and they're afraid, so they stay with the same thing. So if you do the same thing every day, you're going to end up with the same results. So if you want to live that life and go on vacation and travel more and pay off credit card debt and put your kid in a good school and retire your husband or your mother or whatever your goals are, you have that with Beachbody. There is no cap in this business. With dental hygiene, I'm a dental hygienist. I have a great career. I can only make up to a certain amount of money. Even if I go to school longer, I'm still going to make the same amount of money. So with Beachbody, we have the opportunity to, hold on, we got 10 minutes left. I'll speed it up. We have the opportunity to make unlimited amount of money and reach your goals and do whatever it is, but it's not going to happen overnight. And people need to realize this and be patient. And it's not easy. I work my butt off, and I have struggles every day with this, but I know that if I continue to do what I'm doing, it's going to continue to grow. This is a residual income that we're working towards that you'll have forever. You'll retire and you'll still have this income growing and growing and growing. It happens slowly, but it happens. And at the end, you're going to be like, whoa, just like the pennies going in the jar every day. You're building something that's going to be huge. And the only way that you will fail is if you don't do it or if you quit. And, people, they come into this and they're like, they think it's a get rich quick scheme, or they put 4 months into the business and they're not making as much as they planned on it, so they quit. Well, doctors don't go to school for 4 months and come out making a ton of money. They go to school for years. So you have to look at the business the same way. If you want to be successful, if you have that goal to make a certain X amount of money, you got to put in the time. You got to put in the work. It's not easy, and you're gonna hear a lot of no's. You're gonna have a lot of people quit on you. I have people quit on me every day. I get coach emails, but I keep adding people all the time. Add people every day. I keep going. I keep doing my thing. Anytime I get discouraged, listen to personal development. Just keep pushing through, because I know that I'm going to be successful because I say I am, and I'm not going to quit. So if that's how you feel, then you need to look at yourself in the mirror every single day and say, I can do this, and keep doing the things every day that are going to get you closer to that. And we can lean on each other and help each other, but we can't do this without each other. So we have to support one another, and we got to work together as a team to help as many people as we can and to make our lives better. So we're here for one another. We got to just keep pushing forward, and we got to reach our goals. So I know I have a time limit right now. It's about to shut me out. I don't know what else. I don't want to talk your ears out because I could talk about this all night. But Team Cup, if you're not in it, I'm sorry. You should have done it, even just to see, maybe got a free t-shirt. It's just fun. It's a way to keep us on track. So if you are in the Team Cup, let's just hustle. It's more fun. Get your team pumped up. Check in with them. You can do your own little challenges within your group. Make sure, I'm going to try to do the team calls more often, and once we start getting more people on the calls, I'll start inviting some of the bigger coaches onto the calls so that we can get some inspiration from them too. Stay active in your groups. Make sure you have a challenge group. If you didn't listen to anything I said at all tonight, just take this one thing: have a challenge group. And don't be afraid to invite people, and know that if you invite 100 people, that maybe 5 people will actually attend. So it's numbers. It's a numbers thing. So just keep doing it. Be consistent. Don't add people and just ignore them. Don't think challenge pack. Don't think commission. Don't think Star Diamond. Don't think Success Club. Think, I want to help this person while I'm on my journey, and I'm going to be there for them and support them. And just the rest will happen with it. I promise. Anybody have any questions or any input or anything you want to add to it? Let me see. And Katie, I love you, by the way. That lady was crazy. She was cray-cray. And I would take it as a compliment, because on her page, if anybody looked at that, all the girls, all her posts were about other girls. Like, she was like talking crap about random girls. She would share their picture on their Facebook and talk bad about, like, oh, your lips or your body, this and that, like degrading them. And they were all gorgeous supermodels. So she pegged you because you're gorgeous, and she's jealous. So I would just take it as a compliment, because you a babe. Anybody want to add anything? All right, I love you guys. Let's make this month, it's struggle city in August. The summer's tough with vacations, but just keep being consistent. Make your list and do those things every day. And I promise, give yourself a year to see the, the domino effect of the pipeline of communication. Don't be afraid to reach out. I'm to the point now where I'm a crazy woman. I will talk to anyone and everyone about this business. I don't care if we're in a restroom, at a bathroom, and I walk by you, I'm going to invite you to my challenge group. That's how you got to be. So just do it. Don't be shy. What do we have to lose, honestly? And people appreciate what we do so much, they're not going to think you're crazy. And they won't be insulted either. Just make it fun and exciting. Don't be like, oh, you really should be in my group. You need it. Don't be rude. Just say you want to be around some positive, uplifting people and have a good time, and keep me on track too, because that's what it is. I tell people, I need you. You need me and I need you. We need each other to do this. All right. Thank you so much for being on the call. Okay. I'm always here for you too. We're in this together. We'll do a coach blitz, I'm thinking maybe before the end of the week. So invite some people. We'll do it in the free group. Okay. All right. Good night, everyone. Bye.